Hey guys, I just want to remind some people about some of the ways that they continue to attack people like me. Is that a lot of people have been swatted? Actually, they like bring it. So if something like that were to happen, I just want you to know that there would be no reason for SWAT. I'm sitting here alone, just researching my videos and deleting things so I can have more data. So when I go out walking, I can actually video. So the week before court, they were really on me, right? Last week, like the bus stuff and all that weird shit that happened, where someone pressed the button 3 times to get off at the parking ride. Um, there was a white van there, and she never stopped. They'd got on at the casino, these two people, Tylee and McKnight, that Joey warned me about. McKnight, her family's got cops from Salem and cops, whatever. McKnight, that tells you related to Patty that's here, that never told me. Well, I just ignore it. Well, they didn't come after your children, Patty. That's the difference, right? Things had changed when they learned more when that gang stalking program came in, and they knew that they had a tactical psychological way that always worked because it was foolproof. So they thought it was foolproof. I'm just a unique one of a kind that so they didn't get me there, and they didn't get the other girl because I was here, and they didn't get the other girl because I was here, and I protected people, and they weren't allowed to keep doing things because I spoke up. And so anyway, I'm the person that should be allowed to get away. I beat the system here already as far as the weaponized targeted to get the kids, but I didn't because there's some idiots over there that think that they can sell children to, and you know that we're all sellouts, that their family sellouts, and the Constitution means nothing, and the right to speech means nothing because these people, I walk into their house and they don't have any respect. They don't even know how to give a proper conversation because they have no respect for me, and they're abusers, and I've allowed it way too long without speaking up. But and damn it, that my kids went there for a spider bite. They were supposed to come home the day that they filed that shit. It was pre-planned. They're so greedy, dude. They want to keep that taxes. And if I find out that it is exactly what I thought on 4th of July, when my child was being dropped off at this house without my kids in short skirts, Jennifer, that you put on my girls to Bradley and them, who clearly were going to sell my children. I interrupted that. It was clear all the way through town. Jim Vinson, you can't have my kids. Why not? He lives 2 houses up from Mom, and Ruby let her play with him. So this is my record right now of this. Okay? I told Mom, don't let her go play with strange people. What are you doing? Do not let her go with anybody at all. You keep her in this house, you keep her safe and protected. But see, that's the problem, right? Right? That's the problem. There is no protection for kids and women because we're such targets. We're such a cash revenue thing for them that's thousands and thousands of dollars, right? And oh my God, they already lost a few thousands with me. So, oh no, now then they had to put in extra. Now I got to pay that off with my life. No, I don't. I didn't sign no contract to be anyone's profit revenue. I didn't do that. Maybe that birth certificate did. Well, then let's remove the birth certificate and we don't need them. Right? We don't need them then. But, so it's been 2 days since, court, and in court, they did not give me a hearing whatsoever at all. They, had all these attorneys and they couldn't even set a date and nobody knew where to start, but they did not give me a hearing. I said, Your Honor, can I please, first off, I demanded that I did get my rightful hearing and it didn't happen. At some point though, I said, Your Honor, can we please, this morning I was thinking, we need to communicate. So can we have it ease for a minute and I can say something? She said, okay. So I stood up and I turned around at all the players that had somebody in there that day, a nice full courtroom of, haters on me, the kindest, sweetest person in town. Normally, I'm the most kindest, sweetest, brightest, loving, fun person in town, but I'm not anymore because my family, because of all the weaponization and because of what I saw, they were so dirty about it. But anyway, in court, I turned around and I said, look, I've had 14 years of weaponized government by Chris McGrew. When he bought the cartel-fed Oscar Juarez to stalk my life and get me in trouble and get me a DUI. He clearly drove right off from that night. And that's funny, right? Isn't that funny that he would drive off? And he had said, like, a couple weeks before with his girlfriend, Sir, I want you to throw me a party when Chrissy goes out of town. It was premeditated, right there. I want you to throw me a party. I met him right after Chris had pulled up in the driveway. He pulled up right behind him and acted, like they didn't know each other. He wanted to buy the house next door, and he actually talked shit on Chris. But that was just his way of tricking me. That's how they do things. Okay, so Oscar would be a fuck for another couple years. And then when I move here, he'd still be here. And it would be said to my mom when something was said, somewhere around 2020, that, yeah, I know everything about Sarah. Oscar tells me everything, so Chris said. So this had started with the Chris McGrew thing. Well, anyway, once I got into this HUD housing, then you got another weaponized system. So weaponized systems against women and children by our state and our state federal dollars. Okay, our state housing, our federal dollars, and who is running these operations? Well, I'm going to tell you, it is the family of the cartel in all of our government manager positions, with access to all the other agencies. And then you know what they do? Another agency and another agency. And you'll see that. You'll see that clearly in my case when they have no right to tell me that I can't have my child when I haven't caused any danger or harm to my child. Furthermore, you can't come to my door 2 days later and give me your reason or your plan when you didn't even give me an accusation yet to defend and tell me that I can't say the word CIA, cartel, or these deep state in front of my kids. So that's what they've just done. They have not accused me and allowed me to defend myself in court whatsoever at all. They have taken and kidnapped my three children. They have come to my house a day after that and told me that I can't say these things in front of my children, these words. So they're now telling me that I don't have freedom of speech in front of my children to say the word CIA, deep state, or cartel in Yamhill County. Isn't that funny? So does that tell you what's going on right there? That's just enough. I don't think we need any more. My kids are kidnapped right now by Yamhill County, who have failed to give me my hearing properly by due process and are kidnapping my children just because they see them as for-profit revenue, or it's a power trip or something. I definitely know that my sister, my dad, and my mom are very greedy, selfish people, and they really started something they shouldn't have done, because they shouldn't have done that no more to me. They already did it with Chris McGrew and said they were wrong in court process. Did it. Said they were wrong this time. No. Now they're responsible. So I will be civil suing each of my family members who have done this to me. I will be civil suing all of Yamhill County and all of those attorneys that put their name on the record but didn't speak up and defend my right to due process and to be rightfully accused and defend before having my property removed because I said the word cartel, CIA, deep state. I'm going to say it louder. I'm going to post it louder because I have the freedom of speech, okay? This is the truth. I will be happy when I have my children and get back to being able to live my life without a weaponized government attacking me for profit, for their pockets and their dirty business, because that's what's going on. All right, this is Willamina, Oregon. This is Yamhill County. This is, if you want to look up my case, it would be 115 on 710 in a courtroom with a judge that I've never seen before. It was supposed to be Cynthia Kaufman. I don't know why she wasn't there, but this judge will be. I will be filing a complaint Monday on this judge and each of those attorneys for the violation of due process. And now the officer that came with the woman to tell me to deliver that paperwork and tell me that I don't have the right to say deep state, CIA, or cartel, which is a violation of my right of speech, freedom of speech. So you got lots of violations there. If this doesn't tell you, what I'm saying is true. Weaponized government, 14 years victim. I am done taking it, okay? I'm done. You're not doing this. Not without people knowing. All right, please return my children immediately.